As the 2023 elections draw near, remember, evil prospers when good men and women only wish for peace, but never take a step to make peaceful elections happen. Are you a father? Are you a mother? What are you saying to your children as elections approach? Have you warned them not to let themselves be used to cause violence? Have you explained to them what the consequences of electoral violence might be? Do your part to make peaceful elections happen. Talk to your children. Protect them from unscrupulous politicians who want to put them in harm's way, while their own children are comfortable at home, within and outside the country. Let's join hands to make 2023 elections peaceful. This message is from the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
Good day, viewers. You're welcome to NOA University Dialogue, the weekly platform where we consciously and deliberately sensitize, educate, and enlighten the populace on government policies, programs, and activities. And in doing this, we consciously entertain feedbacks. Why? For government to use those feedback to properly fine-tune their policies and programs for wider acceptability. Now, internal democracy is key and pivotal when it comes to political process. In representative democracy like ours, where citizens have to participate, political party has to, galvanize the process of bringing up candidates. It's very, very pertinent. In fact, it is pivotal. It's just like saying, the process, what the process, brings to large extent will determine how suitable and how acceptable the governance, people in office, leadership quality, acceptability, credibility, will come. That's what it is. However, to conclude this, takeoff point, let me just quickly, I saw very interesting something that I want to share. I said, political parties are indispensable tools. That's the key word. In entrenching democratic values. In this respect, the mechanism of political parties, controls everything from candidate selections to voting into executive office or parliament. Consequently, it is to the leadership of the political parties that electoral bodies, look for partnership to sustain an enduring democracy. Yes, you have just what I said. The electoral body partners with the political party. Political parties, of necessity, maintains discipline over their members and are able to call to account, concomitantly, the electoral body, maintains control despite the above two layers of political party discipline. Nigerian political party landscape regularly, reflects mementos of acts of indiscipline. That's keyword. Note that acts of indiscipline, such as party switching, open defiance of party, decisions and policies, and outright, misappropriation, of allowances, amongst other negation of the rules of the political party. Viewers, today we'll be discussing the topic, political process and internal democracy, part 2. We're still continuing on this part 2. And I have some very eminent gentlemen with me this morning, to dissect this topic. The first person is a brother. He's been with us here for the first time and he's still back. Ladies, viewers, is no other person than Ambassador SYLVESTER OKODUWA. Is a zonal coordinator of South Transition Monitoring Group. Sir, you're welcome once again to NOA University Dialogue.
Yeah, viewer, happy viewing, and also want to use this opportunity to thank NOA River State for this innovative ideas of using this platform to create awareness to the populace of River State and beyond River State.
Thank you, sir. And I have an amiable gentleman just beside me here with very sweet smiles. He is Ambassador Leader Samson. He's the chairman, African Democratic Congress, River State. Sir, you're welcome to the River State Dialogue.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
And viewers, you are key, you are king to this program. Now, the reason why we're doing this, I always say, even though you're tired of hearing it, I always say it's because of you. Because you're out there, we're doing this to sensitize you. Now, 2023 is around the corner. So this whole thing we're doing is to keep you on your toes, is to create an awareness and sensitize you. So your participation is key. Your participation tells us that you're buying into this whole thing. So keep the comments coming. Like I would say, you can take the form of the presenter and put the question to them. They will oblige you, they will answer. You want to take the form of discussant and then begin to answer the questions I put forward, well, you're welcome. But whichever way, keep the comments coming because we need them. My name is Abiy Senimo. I'm privileged to be your anchorman for today. Sir, let me start with you. You're from the Political Transition Monitoring Group, so I always like to start with you. I'll come to you, but let me start with it. Now, political parties, and lack of internal democracy, leading to, widespread, insecurity, have always been given as some of the reason for unconstitutional intervention. That is the key word. Unconstitutional intervention in our previous democratic, experiments from the judiciary towards, from the judiciary. Now, towards 2023, do you think we're isolated from those partisan politics, partisan practices in this dispensation? Let me just, bring it down. Now, those political rascalities around, disregard to party rules in time past has attempted to, make an intervention into our political process. 2023 is around the corner. Is anything different from the activities of the political parties or say, is anything different?
Okay.
Because here we're speaking grammar. Let's bring it down.
Okay, thank you very much. Before now, in 1979, during the Second Republic, you see, we had about 5 political parties, with the UPN, the LPN, the LPP, the PROP, and the ENPP. So this political party, their emergence or their creation was based on ideology and party manifesto. And you see that each of the political parties were having their manifestos, like the UPN. They were having 4 cardinal points: free education, free medical, and so on and so forth. And the other political party, like the NPN, their manifesto was a green revolution, and so on and so forth. And they were able to galvanize and use this manifesto to have a solid membership and also direction. And that was what helped them. Members knows why they belong to a political party. Members know their manifestation. Members know the mission, objective, and the vision of their political party. But you see today, it's a party of bedfellow. Yes, people just come together to front or to promote just an interest.
That is to say, sorry to interject, you continue. That is to say, BBC. I don't want to mention the but BBC, APP, DMO. They are just one and the same. Nothing is different. Nothing, no ideology, no principle, no underlying principle.
If you work critically, the present dispensation, ask. Just about, let's say, 90% of the political parties we have. What is their ideology? What is their manifesto? Look at their campaigns. Look at the issues being presented by the aspirants. What is their direction? What are they telling Nigerians?
Yeah.
What is the hope?
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any. So a really political party that is structured on a party democracy, that is structured on the welfare of the people, that is structured on the welfare of the masses, the grassroots, you will see their ideology, their manifestation is geared towards alleviating the poverty, the suffering of the people. But now, what we are seeing is interest. It's interest. I have invested. It is my time. I have done this. I have done this. Even some are saying that you tweet in Facebook and so on and so forth. Some don't even know why. They don't even know the reason why they're in political party. So I think we need an internal mechanism to strengthen the political party, to strengthen our democratic institution, so that they can able to do the right thing without much interference from the judiciary. If you are not doing it right, you are creating room and avenue for litigation, and for litigation, you may not get it right. You know, not the person that presents the best case attached in the court win. Court are dealing on facts and figure. So there are times you may think that you are right, but court may prove you wrong. So we need to strengthen our democratic institution. We need the political party need to really go to their drawing board and come up with a strategic mission objective and come up with a vision, ideology, and manifestation for the people to key in so that they can say, yes, I'm a member of this political party. But what we have today is a party of best friend. It's a party where one person can just defect tomorrow, just for the sake they want that party to protect them.
Now, let me come so that you can add up to this thing. Now, I want you to really, now the key thing is that, the unconstitutional interventions, in the previous democratic experience, Now, is anything done differently with the political parties? Are they far from it? Or they are still within the same thing they did, breed rancor, breed hatred, violence in the party, and the resultant point is sometimes sabotage, thuggery and violence. So is there anything different now?
Well, thank you very much. My take on that is especially where out of certain issues and political parties we are not able, to field in candidates because of internal issues. So for now, I don't think the political parties are doing anything that's different to ensure this. And I also agree with him clearly on the issue of ideology of political parties. I agree totally with him on that. Because if a political party is known for a certain thing, let's say for example, Party A is known to fight the issue of, let's say, corruption, and Party A is known for that, and in a 4-year tenure, they are able to fight corruption, And Party B is known for education. Our party, our ideology is built on, if we have a proper educational system in Nigeria, things are going to improve. And this Party B is built on that. And let's say in a particular state, Party B is in power, and they are able to replicate what their manifesto is about, and the effect is being felt. People can say, okay, Party A is for this, Party B is for these other issues, you know. So I totally agree with him on that, and I also want to say that I don't think the political parties for now we are doing much, you know, to really stop the interference of the judiciary, especially. But I believe before the 2023, already we are in preparation now, and there are certain things we are also looking at internally to avoid, you know, members of the political party going to seek redress.
Yes, you see, the key thing I needed from this question, I still am not really. I want to know, is it a time pass? These activities of political party and lack of internal democracy, flagrant disobedience to party rules, and other things have resulted to unconstitutional interference. That is, some members of the party sometimes used to go and collaborate with outside people to even attempt things like overthrow and all that for purposes of grievances. What I want to know here is that the current dispensation of political parties we have currently, what they are doing, is it not pointing to that direction, or are they far from those things? Yes.
Okay. Yes, I understand what you are saying. They are not, as you said, I have not seen change. I have not seen much change. If you check the primary of Osun State governor, the primary,
yeah,
you see that there is already litigation in the court because they could not abide by the rules of the games. That is why you have issues, and that it can create anarchy. The opposing group can decide to, you know, engage undesirable elements to ensure that his interest is being protected. If you can also check what happened in Rivers State during the time of Amechi and Omeya, you see, they didn't abide by the rules of the game. And then when the then former president came to Rivers State, he said there is a clean leg in Rivers State, which at the end of the day, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the former governor of Rivers State, which is Amechi. So, if you also watch what is happening presently now in the political party, the way they are conducting their primaries, and so on and so forth, there is no a strategic change from the past. They are still going towards protecting my interests. This is the person I want to be there, and so on and so forth. So I think the best way where we can have a healthy and good political environment to guard against what you have just asked me is to do what is right and follow the rules and guidelines that have been enshrined in their party constitution.
We'll come back and then we'll round up, this one. So we'll go to another point. But before I do that, let's join our correspondent who is on standby in Awoda West local government area. She is no other person than Inime Glory Righteous. Inime Glory Righteous, you're on. Please take it up.
Good morning and thank you, Mr. Abiyesanimo, for having me on this program, NOA Rivers Dialogue. My name is Righteous Glory Nime, a staff of National Orientation Agency in Ahoda West Local Government area, reporting live from Akinima. Today we are discussing on the topic electoral process, and internal democracy. Here with me is Comrade Sam. Sam is here to tell us on how he's going to better for the nation, on how it can suit everybody for us to have a credible election. Thank you, Mr. Sam. Please tell us what you know about on how we can have a credible electoral process and internal democracy. Thank you, sir,
for having me on this program. Electoral process actually starts from registration. So, the registration, the government should be able to make available the INEC staff for us to be able to register. The INEC staff should come to our various community and ward for us to be able to register so that we can choose our leader credibly. And without this registration, without our voters card, you know that the electoral process has not actually begin. So I'm urging the government to make available to us the INEC staffs for us to be able to get our PVC ready so that we can actually select a better leader and a credible leader for ourselves. And internal democracy, that is actually party affair. And we as a party people, this time around, we are begging each and every one of us and our leaders to make this thing available for us. The era of godfatherism and imposing of a candidate is gone. There should be a room for fair primary, and the escorts of each party should be given the right to select their leader. That is the only way and one of the way that will make Nigeria and Rivers State in general a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sam, Comrade Sam Gome. Over to you, Mr. BSN. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Inino Righteous, there for your reports. Just before we join our West local government area, we were talking about what are the political parties doing differently now. You know, we're just talking about what the political about, but our brother had just said it. It's not anything different. It's just basically the same thing. You know, no wider participation. The rules of the games are not there too. It's still interest. Self-regulated in several cases. Now, the courts will always be reluctant to delve into the issues of who is a candidate of a political party at any election. They will be reluctant because they have, you know, rules guiding them and all of that. So, are there, you know, judicial remedies that avail those that feel their rights have been violated? What's your take? You know, because the courts are being mindful. They don't want to decide that this is a party, this is a candidate, this is not a candidate. That is not actually their duty. So, you know, in the light of this, is there people whose hope have been trampled upon? You know, rights have been trampled upon in terms of internal democracy and general participation in the party. Is there any, you know, this thing for them?
Okay, thank you very much. On this, my views will be a bit different, because when we talk about internal democracy, let's start from there. I am a party chairman, and for those of us that are leaders of party, managing political parties, we understand what it means when you talk about internal democracy, and our views cannot be the same with a party member, because there are what we see. We look at participation. For example, we have, for me, I say we have party members and we have statesmen in the party. And for me, internal democracy is simple: effective participation in all party processes.
Please, make a little breakdown. What is the difference between the statesman and the party?
That is where I'm coming from now. That's why I said my definition to internal democracy is effective participation of critical stakeholders in all party processes. Now, there are people that are party members. Now, there are people that are statesmen in the party. These are people that are committed to the political party. They invest in the political party. They attend meetings. They are always available when critical decisions are taken. They are part of the process of taking critical decisions. They put in their resources. And you have the other people that are party members. They are card-carrying members of that party, but they are not active. And when you talk about internal democracy, these are the group of people that complains a lot.
Is there by any chance that those people who finances the party, who are there, who take the basic, everything, is there the tendency for them to do their bit and their interests against the larger member who are the card-carrying members?
That would definitely play out. Now, I just want to give a very.
How does that define democracy now?
Now, that does not. That's why we are talking about internal democracy now, because, for example, we have to tell ourselves the truth. We have to tell ourselves the truth, and the moment we refuse to do that, for example, we are here in the studio. We are talking about politics. We are talking about internal democracy. There is a commitment by some members. There are people that have made this platform available for us to be able to educate our people, to express our views on these things. They are committed people here. And believe you me, sir, when anything good comes to this organization, you look at those people first, regardless. That's the truth. So, in most cases, now democracy, they say, is for the people, by the people, and all of that. That is okay. You are a member of a political party, but you're not active. You're good, you're brilliant, you're okay. You can contest for an office, you're popular, no challenge. But this other person that is not popular, that does not have what it takes, so to say, to govern or to be elected or represent the party, is committed in building that political party. He's committed with his finances. He's committed with his time. And you that have all what it takes to represent your people, you're popular, you're busy with your personal activities, and you're not being focused on what the party is doing. Now, at the time of selecting people that will represent the party in an election, you pop up.
Ambassador Samson,
I'm coming, sir.
Let me say this. Are you
Yes,
saying
sir.
internal democracy is not achievable?
I'm coming, sir. Internal democracy is achievable. Now, what I'm saying is this. It is the responsibility of all political parties members to be a part of all processes in the party when it has to do with decision making, and not only when there is, in quotes, election. For example, at the world level, I'm committed to my party. I attend meetings. I am updated with happenings in my party. I am involved in activities of my party. You cannot just shortchange me. You know that I've been there. You know. So what I'm saying is, for we to achieve internal democracy, members of political parties have to be actively involved in the activities, decision making of that political party.
You have not properly defined the actively involved
now. Now, active, I said it clearly, sir. Okay, what is political parties about? Now, how is political party funded? Is it individuals making their personal donations financially?
That's what I want to hear from you. Some persons are doing the funding, so it is a political business per se. So, sir, let me hear you.
I don't agree with you
Yes,
on that.
I'm in line with you based on what he said. He said if I'm bringing the money, others are not bringing the money, and when it is time to say bringing the money or whatever, either by active participation and so on and so forth, that is not democracy. That is not participatory. What we are trying to say, let everybody, even from the unit level, it is from the unit level selection decisions are made. Let all the party members participate and be participatory in decision making, and also the processes of arriving at every given elective period. That is what we are saying. There are times people may have the ideas, the time, but they are not given the opportunity as party members.
Okay.
Yes, but people may have the money, the wherewithal, they overload others. It's just like, I don't want to mention name, where he said, that I have put more. When this car was almost dead, I brought my money to make sure that the car is back to life. So when we are talking of giving that bigger opportunity, giving the access, giving the to be where I want to be, I should be considered. I understand. That is individualism. That is selfishness. That is not representing interest, the internal democracy of that political party. So people should be allowed to participate, whether you have money or not.
People should be allowed to participate, irrespective of your social standing, whether you're rich or poor. Yeah, at this point, let's join our correspondent who is on standby from Ogubulu local government area. Moses Koko, you're on. Please take it up.
Thank you, Abisan. Good morning. My name is Koko. NOA. We are here this morning to talk about specifically an electoral process in this country, beginning from 1999 to date. Thus far, are there successes recorded in the process? Are there challenges? If so, two, eternal democracy. Have we seen such feature in the electoral process from 1999 to date, given the fact that we are entering into another political era, 2023 elections? Here to discuss this issue or topic is Mr. Clement David, Clement Derefaka, the organization officer of Ogubulu government. Clement, you're welcome, sir. The topic is that, are there challenges? What do we do to make it right of service 2023 election? And then again, the eternal democracy. Have you seen such within this period? If not, what do we do? How can we get on?
Thank you, Mr. Koko from really, the topic is an interesting one. Talking about positivity or how Nigeria has gone so far. For me, Nigeria has tried in the aspect of sustaining the democracy to this time. I think from history since 1960, this is the highest number of years Nigeria has stayed in democracy. But if you want to tell me about the electoral process so far, if you give me from 1 to 10, I would say Nigeria is just 4. I'm giving them 4 because we've not gotten there yet. We are still young in democracy, but I believe if some certain things will be put in place, like one, making the electoral positions less attractive. If you make the positions less attractive, I think we can do better because people are killing themselves. People are doing all things possible to make sure they are elected. So it is hampering our democratic process. 2, the internal democracy. Brother,
I would just say if you don't have a godfather, you're nowhere to be found when it comes to Nigerian electoral process. The internal democracy is the one really hampering electoral process. If you don't know somebody, you can't get what you want. So you accept you know somebody. And three of all of it, you look at this internal bureaucracy now. We're going to another time of a democratical era. Look at the forms the parties are selling. The amount they are selling their forms is so ambiguous. It's so no. I don't expect that youths of these days who are the leaders of tomorrow can come out like me. If I wish to aspire to become the governor of this state, where will I go and get 40 million naira? 40 million naira to just buy aspiration form. What about the campaigns? So they are using this avenue to kick out some certain persons. So for me, if Nigeria want to get it there, I would just say let godfatherism end. Let the best candidate be chosen. Two, let our elected positions be less attractive. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Derefaka, for your time. God bless you. Thank you, Adesango, for having me.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for your report there. Let's, before we come to resume the discussion, our key partners, they are the viewers. They are there and they have proved to us that they are participating. There are enough messages for us to. So let's just take some. Chiwe Opera, thank you. You're streaming live with us. It's good to know that you're there and you're listening to us. Enoch Okorobia, thank you very much. You're also streaming live with us. Samuel Ashiba, you are live streaming with us. Now, this message is from Peter Ekabie, the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project set up to present a petition requesting the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, Independent Corrupt Practices, the IC and the price of expression of interest and nomination form. What do you, in one word, sir, what do you think about that? Is that the EFCC and Independent Corrupt Practices should make in fact, see to this high cost of forms?
Well, for me, in one word, it's quite interesting, but that is why I said earlier that people should participate in political parties' decision making. These decisions are made in the political parties. Okay, so calling on the EFCC to, look into such an issue, I don't think is okay, because it was a collective decision. And that is why the people that are complaining have insisted you have to be participating in the decision making.
Okay, sir. This one again is from Peter Ekabi. He said we must move from the era of anointed candidates as flag bearers. The anointed should be in the will of the people. Thank you, Peter Ekabi. Thank you for your comment there. Mekimo Williams, political parties does not have manifestos to guide and guard them. So internal democracy becomes difficult to be practiced. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for your comments there. So Tony Banigo, you're streaming live with us. Oh, thank you very much. This one again is from Peter Gebe. We have witnessed cases where party members who were eligible to contest were denied the right to buy nomination forms. In other cases, some aspirants bought expensive nomination forms and met the necessary necessary requirements. We are screened out and we are not given enough time to appeal the screening result. Yes, all that. Thank you for your comments here. Those are all the bane to internal democracy. Although something you're streaming live with us. Why cannot command? Political parties are the expression of political pluralism. They contribute to the formation and expression of the will of the people and are a fundamental instrument for political participation. their creation and the exercise of their activities are free insofar as they respect the constitution and the law. Their internal structure and operation must be democratic. Thank you very much from Y Kana Gokana. Kasopara, you're streaming live with us. Oh, God bless you. Thank you. Chiwabara, okay, you're streaming live with us. Y Kana Command. One of the key issues in intra-party democracy, a party's nomination process. In other words, who decides how and which citizens are entitled to run for parliament as a candidate of that specific party, should be a thing of reformation. I guess what that should mean. Oh, thank you very much, Waikana Command. As a Mary question, thank you. You're streaming live with us. The internalization of democratic values and principles in our political parties and elected process are the keys for success and political progress. That is why NOA keeps. That's why NOA keeps emphasizing on value reorientation, good values, good character, and about success and progress and development. Thank you, Shimon Obara. Thank you. Golden Fimi, you're streaming live with us. Oh, Faith, thank God you're streaming live with us. Adus Glasson, what is the hope of our democracy and good governance if political parties continue to increase their nomination form beyond the ordinary youth who is interested, to contest? This is from our Didi. Thank you, Didi Gladstone. Adus Gladstone. Yeah, he just put a question. When they keep increasing this, they are consciously eliminating people by so doing, taking people away. So how would those people who have interest, they have the talent, they have the wherewithal, how can they contest? Thank you, Gladstone. Rosemary Adehat. Our political party's electoral process and internal democracy has been hijacked by money bags, and no internal democracy is being practiced. And the corrupt ones are the people that will be, the corrupt ones are the ones that will be chosen as flag bearers, so as to spend the stolen funds to victimize genuine candidates. Oh, thank you very much, Ma, for your thoughts. They are doing a drama, you're streaming live with us, and the rabbi said, is consensus part of internal democracy, sir? Is consensus part of internal democracy?
Yes, it is.
It is. Yes. Is consensus part of internal democracy, sir? What's your view?
Yes.
Okay.
It was injected into the new electoral amendment.
Electoral amendment. Udumili, thank you. You're streaming live with us. Thank you. Chimopara, thank you. Thank you, sir. From Boma Amadi, political parties should make available their ideologies to Nigerians to enable, persons with like minds to associate together. Also, party funding should be for all party members. Are you hearing that, my brother? It should be for all party members. So, when you are funding the party, it is expected that you make it open. Some of these things you're saying, one person just sit down and bankroll it. It is not make open to the other people, because at their level they should be able to also, these cards are they subscribe monthly subscription, quarterly subscription to the party. But most times these things are not made open.
I'll make a comment on that.
Before let's go back to the discussion a little bit. We'll come to take comments. I want to put these questions to you, sir. Let me put this. Is it true that institutional failure characterizes the political party process in Nigeria?
Exactly.
The institutional failure.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's
when we have a strong institution strengthening democratic institution, not only restricted to electoral issue. When you have a strong institution, it can be the area of health, it can be the area of any other aspect. It will help to strengthen the existing existing structure on ground. So strong institution, democratic institution is key to the success of this electoral process and also to strengthen the political party eternal democracy.
Do you think that the INEC, INEC goes to monitor intra-party activities? Am I correct?
Very correct.
Yes, INEC monitors intra-party activities, Will this positively impact on, the political process?
Yes, very much.
Are we seeing much of it impacting?
Not yet. It's coming gradually. Now, why do I agree with that? Like what he said, the institutions. Now, there's a INEC guideline now that stipulates certain things for political parties. And you see political parties, because I am involved directly, we are doing a lot of things to meet up to that. Because INEC is telling you, this is our guideline. If you fail at any point, you're out. So I believe that if we have stronger institution, now the part of the failure of political parties, I also blame the INEC somehow. Because, for example, before INEC will register a political party, say, okay, what is your ideology? What is your manifesto? What is your political party about? We are giving you a certain period of time to be able to prove to Nigeria that this is what we are known for. And by that period of time, you are not able to do that. You're gone. Now you see that political parties that are already existing will start shaping up and adjust whatever they are doing. Like most of the people are saying, the comments and all of that. Whether you like it or not, the laws we have in Nigeria, of course, they are beautiful on papers, but implementation has always been the issue. So if there are electoral acts that compels the political party to maintain and those laws insist on internal democracy, certain mechanisms to guide political parties when it has to do with this internal democracy issue, it will come to play.
Now, candidate selection is one of the weakest links of internal democracy. What's your take?
Candidate selection.
Yeah, candidate selection is one of the weakest links.
Weakest link. That's a weakest link.
Yes, weakest link of internal democracy.
Is it from the candidate to the people?
No, the candidate selection of political party, because the position is one. Plenty people wants to go.
Yes.
One person will emerge. Now that process is the weakest link, to internal democracy. What's your take?
Yeah, the process, is one of the weakest link in the sense that what you have said, that there's always a consideration given to the highest bidder. Yes, it's not like people talk of expression of interest and funds.
Yeah.
And where some parties say you pay up to 100 million. You understand? You see, at the end of the day, ordinarily, people who are qualified, who also have the passion to govern the people, because of that condition, they may not be able to meet up. So at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, the wrong person may emerge to be the aspirant of that political party. So that is the process. It's a weak process. But if the process is more strengthened, more galvanized, the rules of the games are being followed, you see that somebody from unknown source or no place can eventually emerge to be a flag bearer of a political party.
Party finances is one of the major challenges of internal democracy. Yes or no?
That is correct.
That's very correct.
Yes, sir.
So what's your take? Can you expatiate a little bit on
And that is where the issue of internal democracy comes. Because if I finance a political party, I expect a certain stake. Okay? And that was what I was referring to earlier. I don't want anybody to get me wrong. But the truth is, those that finance political parties,
I still want to come with this question. Is political parties a place of investment and returns? So I want a direct answer now. Is it a place of investment and returns?
Yeah.
Is it a place of investment?
Yeah, I would say yes. And now let me explain. The reason why I said yes is this: you invest, and the return could be producing a better candidate that will come up with, or the political parties will come with policies that will elevate poverty. that will have positive impact on the citizen. But if you're doing it for personal benefit, then it's wrong.
Some school of thought sees zoning as one of the challenges to internal democracy. What's your take?
Well, we agree that this is how it should be. But at the end of the day, because of interest, somebody will say, no, it's just a gentleman.
Let me come again. You have a candidate A, very qualified. Yes. He will do the job. Now, Nigeria is in dire need of somebody to fix the economy, for example. And that person is there. And you're saying that, no, we're zoning it to south, north, and southwest. And that person is not there. Is that internal democracy? Is that to the betterment, the overall interest of the polity of the country?
Well, that is why we also have federal character. Depend on what they want to address. Yes. If you say we have the best candidate here, the best person here, the best brain, the best son, we don't have it here. You see, at the end of the day, there will be monopoly of power, monopoly of representation. So, in order for you to allow others to come in to participate,
for you, it's a welcome development.
It's good.
Does it enhances internal democracy or it's a limitation to it? One word, before I take this, I want to hear that. It is a limitation to internal democracy or it enhances it? That's what I want to know.
Well, for me, in my own belief, it enhances it.
What's your opinion?
I agree with him, sir.
You agree with him? Right?
Yeah, I agree with him in the sense that, there's this issue of minority, majority. Now, when this issue of zoning comes up, you cannot tell me that in that area that is zoned to, there is no one good person that can address a particular issue. It's not possible. Now, even in zoning, where it is zoned to, we still have the issue of internal democracy from that zone. So, like I said, political parties must be identified for something.
Ideology.
They must be identified for something. And if political parties can be identified for something, somehow, sir, regardless of who emerges, we know that Party A can address the economic situation of Nigeria. And even if they bring someone that we feel is not qualified, because of the ideology of the party. Okay, what are we talking about? In Nigeria, we have single people. He's brilliant, he's good, he can do this, he can do that. What about the political party?
Sir, let me just take a few comments. I'm coming back for your parting words to the people. I have this message from Rosemary and the truth of the matter is that it will take another 50 years for the youth to be, recognized by their parties, to be given the chance to rule this nation, because they still allow the elderly, the elderly ones, they still allow the elderly in this country. Yeah, Christian Omar, thank you, you're being live with us. You're being live, thank you. Edwin Ijoma, you're being live with us, thank you. Doris Omako, thank you for being live. Christina Okon, Patience Ojoma Joseph, well done, sir, well done. Douglas Madison, party nomination form at 100K. It is a deliberate way of excluding the poor from the political process. How can we achieve internal democracy when political parties continue to increase their party nomination form? Sir, your parting words to the people. Time is gone. Your parting words to the people. Your parting words to the people.
Okay, I just want to raise something here. Just 1 minute.
It has to be very.
1 minute. See, lack of internal democracy means that democracy is not found within the party. All the powers are concentrated in party high command and other important leaders. It is a challenge because many people to the political party just want to earn money and power. That is it.
Summarize it to the people.
So what I'm trying to say that the major reason why we are having this issue of not allowing active participation of the members in the political process is just because of this. People want to earn money, power, and interest. So now, the youth, this is an opportunity for you to go and get your constitutional voters PVC because it's your power. You have seen that there is no way, there is no future in this arrangement. So your destiny is in your hand. Go out and take your PVC for you to ensure that that's a not to rule that was signed is not only effective but is implemented.
Okay, my parting word is very straight. Youth should increase participation and quest for leadership positions in political parties. And the issue of internal democracy should not be overflogged. Participate actively. Of course, there are other political parties you can also join apart from the two major political parties. If you feel you've not been treated where you have the potentials, there are other political parties that you can actually prove yourself. With the new Electoral Act, I believe Nigeria will move forward.
Viewers, this is where we wrap it up for today's University Dialogue. I want to, on behalf of the agency, appreciate, consciously appreciate our discussant here, Mr. Sylvester OKODUWA. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank you very much for obliging us your time. Time, they say, is money, and so we will not take it for granted. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
I just want to thank you, sir, for Ambassador Leader Samson, Chairman African Democratic Congress, for your time.
Thank you.
For your sincerity in your, presentation.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm sure you'll be always available when we need you.
Yes, I will. I will.
And to the viewers out there, we appreciate you. We're not taking you for granted. Now, the reason why we're doing this is knowing that you're there. And so we want to appreciate everybody who, by way of comment, questions, and contribution, participated in today's University Dialogue. Peradventure, if we did not read your comments, maybe because they are coming late, or, the comments, yours is so plenty, so we're just trying to pick, it's not to malign you, or it's not to reduce you, or it's not deliberate, so please forgive us. But we'll always take your comment because that is the reason we're doing this. On this note, we're wrapping up today in the University Dialogue. Go and have your BVC. Internal democracy we're talking about. It's all about, participation. Even in the party, for you to be a member of the party, you must have the card. You must be present, they must see you so that you can participate even at that level. So whatever is worth doing well. If you're belonging to a party, belong to it well. Have your part, your party card, be a card carrying member, participate seriously. And for those of us, who are out there listening, I want to tell you that let nobody deceive you that your votes will not count. No, we are past that, gone beyond it. Politicians go about as much as 5,000-10,000 to buy one vote. It's of a value now. Can somebody buy something that is not of a value? So think, get your BVC, and then participate in the electoral process wisely. For youth, don't reduce yourself to that position of talking. No, they're giving you a platform to become whatever you want to be. So I don't accept that toggery anymore. Be wise. Until we come your way next time, I remain your anchor person at this ceremony. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.